fittingly named in part for its considerable elevation. We're at Empower Field, Mile High here in Denver, Colorado. Coming up, a contest that looks real good on paper between the Arizona Cardinals and the Denver Broncos.
Will Lutz to kick off for the Broncos.
To kick off, here's Will Lutz. And here we go at Mile High. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. Offense out now to get us started. It's 1st and 10. They'll run it here. It's James Conner. And they're able to grind him to a halt after a pickup of 4.
You know, Kate, that might be a little bit of a disappointing run to him. He wanted more. They always do. That's exactly what they were after offensively to get this drive moving.
First down run, nabs him 5. Now 2nd and 5. Out of the gun, here's Murray. Go right side, and McBride has it. And he'll be brought down a step or two shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48. That play goes for 8 yards, and it keeps this drive moving.
That pitch and catch won't show up as a big play on the stat sheet, but it gives his own defense a little time to rest and gives an offensive coordinator a new set of downs to work with.
1st and 10, Murray. Throw right side, hauled in by Harrison. And they're going to be set up just outside that red zone. It's a 29-yard gain. And it's good enough for an Arizona first down.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend, do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
They're cobbled together a yard there. Drew Sanders that time on the stop.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
From the gun, it's Murray. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
Last pass unsuccessful. Let's see what they do on 3rd down. They'll throw 3rd and long. And this opening drive is headed for 4th down. That's incomplete. Defender there to knock it away.
You know, I say this all the time. You get down there to the red zone, and things happen so fast. Those windows close in a hurry. The quarterback's fortunate that was one hand and not 2 hands that got on the football.
All right, so they're going for this. I like this being aggressive from the get-go on their opening drive. 4th down. Here's Murray. Throw is caught by the back. And they get this down to the 12-yard line before being stopped. That's a gain of 10, and staring at that turnover on downs. Instead, they pick up the first.
As a quarterback, you just know in that situation when you go for it on 4th down, it may mean sometimes throwing into double coverage. But if you're going to go for it, at least give your guy a shot to make a play. And against really long odds, he came up with a big-time catch.
Just a gain of 1, and that brings up 2nd and 9.
Sometimes you just feel like in the background of every ho-hum run is a bigger play that just needed one more component. Hit that extra block a little longer, find the lane quicker. The defender may be a half step late, and this could have been much, much more exciting.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on 2nd down. He's got it. Touchdown, Arizona. The Cardinals finish up an excellent opening series. You come in as a significant underdog, Brock, in somebody else's building, You know how essential it is to have a good start, and these guys did just that.
Yep, you're the weaker guy in the fight. You need to make your first shot count. Make them think about it. They've seized the momentum, really given themselves a fighting chance. Now they just got to do it consistently.
Ryland able to connect on the point after. And the Cardinals will jump out to a 7-0 lead. All set now for the kickoff. Ryland with the honors. Marvin Mims now to return it. Only manages to get this back to the 20 before he's taken down.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Offense showing trips out right as they get set for this 1st and 10.
Hold on, set. 44.
Quick throw, right side, complete to start this drive. And a nice chunk there, about 7. He's up to the 27. Offense up to the line fast.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
First run of the game for J.K. Talbot. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. A dose of the hurry-up offense here.
5-yard gain on the play. And the Broncos
on 1st down, it's Nix. Complete to Mims. He's got room to roll. And they're going to have it all the way down to the 25. They rip off a huge chunk of field as the downs reset.
a gain of 41 yards on the play.
Hey, we're good.
Moving quickly, trying to get set again. The Cardinals deciding to use the first of their 3 timeouts. And after using an early one, 2 left for him to spend. And keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another 1st and 10.
Hold on, set. Go. Ready. Chill.
Nix from the gun. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete. Looking for his wide receiver there. And now it's 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and
That is a
10.
DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Ready. Bombers.
Nix again on 2nd and 10. Couldn't connect right side. It's incomplete. Gonna have to wait a little longer for his first catch of the game. And that's gonna leave him with a tough 3rd and long.
You know exactly what he's thinking. Hopefully next time it's a little bit easier. The degree of difficulty on that one high. Throwing to double coverage, odds are against you.
Away. Hold on, set. Ready. Ready. Hot. Away.
On 3rd down, here's Nix. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Trying getting that to Pat Bryant. And that brings up 4th and long.
In a 4th down.
All right, partner, testing the perimeter early there. Coverage held up. Could be a tough day for those outside receivers to make an impact.
Okay, partner, testing you here. You've heard me say this a lot. Okay, coordinator's job is to get you man-to-man coverage, and your job is
to win it. And this one winds up incomplete. They took their shot at extending the series, but it's going to... On a spot of land that was once desert, now stands the city of Glendale, and a building filled to the brim with fans, State Farm Stadium. Coming up, we have a good one for you between the New Orleans Saints and the Arizona Cardinals. Under clear, sunny skies, we are ready for football. And away we go in Glendale. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. Murray taking right to the air. He's got Harrison. And he's going to be brought down at the 42.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
Operating from the gun. Here's Murray. Throw is there. Trey McBride. On the move, past the 40. He has this down to the 34. It's a 24-yard gash, and it gives them the first down.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted them. They wanted them on a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after it.
First down carry for Connor. Breaks free in the center of the field. He does it. Touchdown, Arizona. The Cardinals take a 6-0 lead right away. It's a James Conner touchdown.
Okay, you know what a run like that does? For everybody, for the play caller, for the O-lineman, for the offense, it just gives you confidence that you can call that run again and not expect a little jump, but go get explosive on the ground as well.
The extra point is up, and it is good. And the Cardinals will jump out to a 7-0 lead.
Chad Ryland to kick off for Arizona.
All set now for the kickoff. Ryland with the honors. Here's a return from the 7. And this gets out to the 30 before he stops.
First and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
Saints to the line now. 1st and 10.
Ready?
They've got a man in motion. Okay, the wide receiver's going to get it to begin the drive. And he is stopped as he reaches that 46-yard line. That's 16 on the pickup. And that's good for a new set of downs for New Orleans.
A run like that, Kate, it just gives everybody a little bit more bounce offensively because you also know it can set the table for more.
This is Alvin Kamara with it. And he's all the way across midfield, down inside that 45-yard line. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first.
You want to drain some of the excitement, some of the noise from a home stadium? It's exactly how you do it when you go on the road. Run it right down their throat from the jump.
60 Bison, 79 Broncos.
Chuck now on 1st down. Brought in right side. And he stopped almost immediately after that catch. He's down at the 30. That's going to go as a gain of 13 yards. And that's good for a Saints first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Rush coming for Chuck. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
Those windows over the middle, the congestion, just the mass of people. If you're not on time and on target, you're not going to find a completion, especially on that down and distance.
Still working from the 30 as they line this up. 2nd and 10.
Here we go, Shaq. Go.
Kamara running out of the gun. Defender gets to him right around the line. It's going to be marked as no gain. So, Brock, that means 3rd down coming up.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Well, no look on his first look of the game, and they're going to be stuck with a 4th and long.
I I think those big old boxing gloves might have made a better catch and a better call than receiver gloves right there for that one. It is going to be a fight to hang on the ball, and we just saw physicality personified.
Trying for it with Shaw. Headed out right. It's a New Orleans touchdown. The Saints finish off their opening drive. Quite the drive they put together to begin this game. What stood out to us, how quickly they were operating. They got a lot of plays in a small amount of time on the way to that touchdown.
What do you mean? We feel that tempo in the booth?
Yep. Certainly do.
Kept those guys guessing defensively and on their toes, not quite sure of what was coming next. And it will be that same strategy they employ, I'm going to guess so, until that defense proves they can stop them.
That one splits the uprights. And the Saints start off well to tie things 7-7. Now after tying this game up, they're all set to send her away. And he just sends this out and over the end zone, so no threat of a return. They're going to spot the ball up at the 35 to begin this drive. Pretty good field position here for the Cardinals as they get ready, 1st and 10. Kyler throwing here. Finds him over the middle. And the tackle's made just beyond midfield at the 48. That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. To hit a curl route of that length, it takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it and doing his job.
It'll be a quality gain on the run, and that also brings us to the end of this quarter. That's the end of one. Both teams with a little luck finding the end zone early. Scoreboard showing 7s on each side. We'll return to State Farm Stadium in just a moment. Back and ready now for the second quarter. It's Cardinals football. They'll have 2nd and 7 to deal with. Now Kyler has him on the quick hitter. And this one's worked down to the 33 before being stopped. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap first down.
Shotgun handoff to Connor. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard running backs say there's just sometimes you got to run into darkness. Just go where there is no lane and hope that something opens along the way. That linebacker said, not this time.
First down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10. Murray from the pistol. Completed over the middle. And they're going to give him the 24-yard line. He stopped a step short of that first down marker.
Well, we saw his guys pick up the blitz. Well, he felt them pick it up anyway if he wasn't looking at him. But with their effort on his behalf, I think this QB felt owed to them and the group up front to find somebody to get a completion, so that effort up front wasn't in vain.
And they're going to down him by contact as they've got enough for a new set of downs.
Everybody understood the assignment right there. For one guy, the quarterback, get the snap and make the marker. For the other 10, drive like mad, push like crazy, and create that space for the first.
On 1st and 10, it's Murray. And the Saints are all over this one. Great work by the defense. And they're going to be forced to regroup a bit ahead of 2nd down.
2nd and 10 at the Saints' 23-yard line.
Shotgun snap, looking to throw. It's the connection to James Conner. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
When there's heat, that blitz coming off the snap, that QB's eyes, you could see it right away. He got to his check down in a hurry. But, Kate, here's the key. Quarterback and running back have to be on the same page. The two were right there, and it netted some positive yards.
3rd down, Conner gets it. They're holding strong here. The defense gets him at the line. That's going to bring up 4th down.
Like the final battle scene from a movie, Kate, two sides charging each other, and they beat right at that line. And they didn't have to drive him backward, All they had to do was hold the line to go win that battle.
So on fourth down, Cardinals calling on Chad Ryland to attempt this field goal. It's from the left hash, 33 yards. The kick by Ryland is good. And that's going to...
It was always a touchdown that you wanted. But that's 3 points, and it's enough to give them the lead.
Chad Ryland to kick off for Arizona.
All set now for the kickoff. Ryland with the honors. He'll begin his return from the 11. You're going to bring him down as he gets it to the 33.
The Saints take over first and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
Ready up.
New Orleans has the offense set. All right, Brock, here's first and 10. They're going to start on the ground with Kamara. His charge towards the line. It's right around 3 yards.
That is simply a stay-on-schedule kind of run. Nothing more, nothing less, just right on schedule.
It's now second and 6.
4 yards on that first down run. Here's second and 6.
Ready. 70 left. Chop 60.
Shuck. This one delivered off target, Brock. That's incomplete.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
Hold the ready.
No connection on the last play. Now it's third down.
70 line. Set up. Let's go.
They'll air it out on third. That one's complete over the middle. And this does not get it. Looking short field, but the defender is there to force this fourth down.
A gain of 5. It's fourth down.
Running for it, Kamara. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. The Saints calling for a timeout. They're first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. First and 10 now from the 46.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Pistol snap here to Shuck. Catch made by Alvin Kamara. And he's able to cross midfield before going out.
It's what these quarterbacks are having to do more often now than ever before in football. Show off a little mobility. Get outside the pocket and find that open man.
Halfway to the marker. It's second and 5. Shuck working from the gun. Taken in by Hill, right side. And he's marked down, looks like at the 32-yard line. Just before halftime, we get a timeout, take it.
First down. First and 10 at the 32.
First and 10 from the 32.
Let's go now.
Shuck now from the gun. Short pass brought in. And he's down inside the red zone before hitting the deck. Now with 2 seconds left, we get the expected timeout from this offense. They're in great shape to get 3 here entering the half. Only time left for one more snap, Brock, so they're going to run out their field goal unit. He's got to drive this 37 yards down the middle. So that's the halfway point of this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Brock and I will be back right after this.
Chad Ryland to kick off.
All set now for the kickoff. Ryland with the honors. Power squib kick is taken in. The tackle's made, so this drive will begin at the 34-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 34-yard line.
Saints to the line now. First and 10.
19.
Going wide receiver run to start this series. And he sneaks this through the middle, maybe a gain of 2.
That's the kind of yardage it's not going to kill this drive on the first play, but it does put you a little bit behind schedule. Now, second down becomes critical because nobody wants a 3 and out.
Last run got him 3. Here's 2nd and 7. Pressure coming. It's Chubb. Screen here for Kamara. He dodged the tackle. Down the sideline to the 45. Along the sideline inside the 25. And he's all the way home. Touchdown, New Orleans. The Saints take the lead right away in half number 2. Alvin Kamara, the touchdown.
I think he'll take his highlights however he can get them on a handoff, pin-off, and pass. It really doesn't matter. The important thing is he gets the ball. He gets the touch. He can do his damage. Big time.
That one right down the middle. And the Saints take a 4-point lead.
Cardinals 10.
Smith has it on the tee and is ready to send it flying. And he wasn't chancing a return there, putting it out on the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Cardinals with some nice field position to start off this drive. 1st and 10 coming up. From the gun, it's Murray. Finds the in route complete. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
Connor here from the gun. They will stop him as he gets this down to their 39-yard line. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a first down.
Having been in enough locker rooms at halftime, Kate, I know what the messaging was in there. Start the game out by sending a message. Doesn't matter you're trailing, run right at them and go make a point.
So fresh set of downs now from the 39. 1st and 10, Murray. Looking underneath here for Connor. And he's going to be taken down a yard shy of the 25. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on the defense.
Over the middle and hauled in by McBride. And he's brought down. They're going to mark him at the 14. It's a gain of 11 there, and that picks up the first.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it, going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
Here's Connor off the pistol gift. And they try to power it forward, but only a couple of yards there.
The tackle made at the 12-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup.
Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8. Out of the gun, here's Murray. And he's going to go down. Great work by the Saints. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
A loss of 4 on the play. Brings up 3rd and 11.
Let's go!
Here he goes, 3rd and long. Thinking touchdown, but they will not get it. That's incomplete. And maybe worse, Brock. It's going to bring up 4th down.
That's what I call complimentary defense right there. That pressure by the group up front, that leads to the incompletion and to the benefit of that secondary.
A 33-yard attempt.
The kick by Ryland is good. And that cuts the lead back down to a lone point.
Inspiring a bunch of confidence in himself right there, Kate. 2nd time they brought him out for a field goal, and 2nd time he's knocked it right through. Trust is earned in a number of different ways on the field, but that's the best way to gain it as a kicker.
Return coming from the 6. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20.
1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
This is our last play of the quarter. Kamara now on 1st and 10. Just 1 quarter remaining in this one. The Saints have it with a lead. Not a big one, though, trying to carry it through. After the 3-yard pickup, it's 2nd and 7. Shotgun snap to Shuck. That's incomplete on 2nd down. Trying to find his tight end. So now they're going to have to figure out this 3rd down.
That play right there, Kate, that just goes to show you can't take any completion for granted. Even some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
He's back to throw. Caught by Hill over the middle. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down. Gain of 9 yards on the play. And that's good for a new set of downs for New Orleans.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
And a nice start here on 1st down. He gets him 6 before the stop is made.
Fans love the long ball in baseball. It's like they got the home run derby, but you know what? Talk to managers, and they will tell you small ball can win too. Singles and doubles, you add them up, you can win a lot of baseball games. Football coaches will tell you get runs of that length. It may not be a home run, it may not score points, but it can do some serious damage.
And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 4 there. And that's good for a Saints 1st down.
A 4-yard pickup on the play.
Come on.
And a Saints 1st down.
Now a give running right. And he gets this beyond the midfield stripe and onto the Cardinals side of the field. It's an 8-yard pickup, then they're going to have 2nd and 2 next.
That's just a good play to mix up what you're doing and keep that defense guessing. The execution, that's pretty well done too, creating the space for a solid pickup.
It's the 2-minute warning from Glendale. Saints clinging to a 1-point lead. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short.
Here we go, set.
They run it from the gun with Kamara. He's unable to get away from that tackle. Good work by the defense. Nothing gained on 2nd down.
You want to see the term read and react with a little video in the football dictionary? That's it.
Here comes play number 8 of the drive, 3rd and 1. Setting up to pass. And they got there in time. He's taken down. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down.
You're just not going to win many games in this league when you can't generate a pass rush until the 4th quarter. You needed to feel the impact from this defense earlier and more often in this game. The lack thereof, well, it's a big part of what's put them playing from behind in the final stanza of this one.
Back to throw. Hauled in by Olave, left side. And they're going to stop him after he gets this to the 26. What a play on 4th down. Give him the first after a gain of 27.
That's just awesome, Kate. A little bit of multitasking on that catch. Primary focus, as I always say, is you got to catch it first. But out of the corner of his eye, he knew exactly where to go, and he gets a bunch of yak on top of it.
Pistol give to Kamara. Gets it to the 15. And that should just about do it, folks. They take it in for the touchdown, and that should lock up this win. Well, Brock started small at first, but then he found that lane, and it was a race to the end zone from that point on.
And it takes a little bit of everybody. How many times do we hear these coaches tell us, if you're going to get a run play for a big gain, it takes the whole group, all 10 of them around him have to do their job. Got to block up front, receivers got to block on the perimeter. They all get it done, and a big chunk run follows.
Smith tacks on the point after. And the Saints grow their lead to 8. Smith has it on the tee and is ready to send it flying. Okay, well, that one's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else we got here today. So that football coming out to our 35-yard line. Pretty good field position here for the Cardinals as they get ready, 1st and 10. Here he is to throw. That could be it, folks. It's intercepted. Pete Warner has it. And the Saints make the play that should win them this game. He was trying to fit it into a window in the zone coverage, but by the time he let it go, boy, Brock, that lane had closed, and someone was there to make a play on it.
Now, what you're trying to do in zone coverage defensively is make that quarterback see a window that isn't actually there. And as soon as he takes the bait and sends it over the middle, well, you got 1, 2, 3 defenders all there in range to go pick it off.
Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play. The Cardinals deciding to use the first of their 3 timeouts. One loss of a yard to begin the drive. Here comes 2nd and 11. Another run for Kamara. And they get him for a loss. That's a big one, Brock. It might see them burn a timeout. Arizona goes ahead and calls its 2nd timeout. And they'll have just one left to burn now. This drive in some serious trouble. It's 3rd and 12. Back to throw it. Finds him over the middle. And he has it to the 42 before they make the stop.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
He'll look to throw it. And it's incomplete. They dialed up their best effort, Brock, but they come up empty. That's going to be a turnover on downs.
Even the best receivers, they've got occasional breaks in concentration. You just never want to see it happen. One of the most important snaps of the game. If we know anything about this guy, though, it's he'll be up for the challenge the next time the ball comes his way.
Trying to push deep downfield. And the downfield call is going to go unanswered. Defender saw to that. That incompletion means it's 2nd down.
I'll tell you what, Kate, challenging this guy in a close game, you are tempting fate. He got one hand on it. He gets 2. It could have gone the other way.
Here he goes. One final shot. Maybe a bit of desperation. Here's a deep shot. And this one falls incomplete. No miracles on the final drive today. This game is over. So this will win on the road for the Saints. And there was no easing up. It took some white knuckling until the very end, but their defense carried that